Taurus, welcome to your reading from Don't Shoot the Tarot Reader. I hope you're doing well today. What I'm going to be doing is pulling a Celtic cross. We're going to be looking at your energy. We're going to be looking at where you are. We're going to be looking at where you're going. If you have any questions, hold them in your mind right now while I do this pull. We'll see if we can find some answers. Okay, what I'm going to tell you right now is you are your own best friend. What we have here, you in the center, Taurus, showing up. This is a Hermit in reverse. This talks about needing to get away from everything for a minute. Talks about needing to get away from everything for a minute and going inward, figuring out what your truth is. Some things may be going on around you. You're like, I'm not quite sure what I make of it. Best thing for you to do is not to do anything. To go in and kind of figure it out, because what I have below you is a Knight of Cups, but it's in the reverse. So what I'm sensing there is a bit of disenchantment and disillusionment going on, hence the confusion of the Hermit being like, okay, I need to just give me a minute. What I get crossing you is a Six of Wands. So Six of Wands crossing the Hermit reverse. It's almost like you want to celebrate, but can I trust it to celebrate? Or you're celebrating yourself rather than needing to show up outwardly and proclaim where you are. And I kind of like that as well. Because what we have below you and behind you are two muted cards. You get this Knight of Cups, upright, right? He's going to the destination. The Pentacles Knight is the one that actually gets things done. The other three, they've got great ideas and they're moving, but there's no guarantee. And this one is the most lofty of them all. So it's like if you've got something going, you're keeping it close to the chest. Or else in the past you had some rose-colored glasses and now you've kind of outgrown the disillusionment. Because what we get behind you is an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Both of these would talk about forward movement, going outward, but since they're in the reverse, they're muted. So what that's telling me is there's something in here with that Hermit reverse, with that Six of Wands. You want to celebrate. I think you're right on the precipice of celebrating, but for whatever reason, you're in a state of self-preservation. What we get crowning you is the Six of Cups. So you could be going over past conversations, looking at what worked, what didn't work. It could be, too, that you're keeping yourself a little bit more conservative to balance out your energy. What is the best way to give? Not trying to overextend, to give too much at once. You know, sometimes it's better to just sort of pace yourself on a day in, day out type deal. I'm just listening to see if I hear anything, and all I can hear is what X and what conversation do you need to make? For anyone, that's for someone. Moving ahead, though, what we have is a Knight of Swords, so either way, you will be moving forward. But notice the difference between a Knight of Cups reverse to a Knight of Swords. This could be too, okay, I've got a wonderful idea, but now I need solid, tangible, logical steps in order to make that happen. And what that could be is, you know, what this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is about. Something you do want to offer, but what is the most efficient way to do it with that Six of Cups? What is the most pleasurable way to do it? What way are you actually going to show up and do it? What's the most effective exercise to lose weight? The one that you'll actually do. So what is it that you will actually do that you can utilize to move forward? Because your attitude is the sun. So your attitude is looking good. This guarantees a positive outcome. The sun is never negative. And with it upright, I'm putting it up here. If it was reversed, I'd say solar plexus, something in the self-esteem looking good. Up here, it's the sun, so it's the totality. You're crowned. So just picture that sun raining down water. So if you're in a planning stage right now, good. Keep the Hermit there as long as you need to. And don't worry about these Six of Wands being celebrated. You'll be celebrated when you return. You will be celebrated for what you find in that Hermit reverse time. Not only what you find, though, in how you actually utilize it for the best of everyone involved. That's why you got the Sun. Now, in your environment, we have the Queen of Swords. So what I'm sensing with this Queen of Swords, because she's a little bit older and a little bit wiser, whatever this Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reverses, do not worry about those happening again. Because whatever that was, you've learned the lesson. And it was for your soul's growth. When we get all these other cards, we're talking on a day in, day out sort of deal. When we get the major arcanas, we're talking about the soul of things. So the day in, day out only serves to feed the soul of things. These are the two you want to walk away with. Hermit reverse, good. As long as I put myself second, the wise, Tao Te Ching, the wise are always behind, and therefore they are always ahead. You never really want to go first. You want to allow everybody else to go first, and then you bring up the rear. So as long as you are able to kind of be conservative with your energy, you have pretty much a wellspring of energy. Think like the sun. It never runs out, or it won't for a very long time. So by keeping yourself conservative, keeping the light here rather than say, look at me, I have a light, what's going to happen is there's going to be a logical way that you will just radiate your light. But the radiation will be done in the doing. Knight of Cups reverse, he thinks of outcomes. Knight of Swords, he's doing. Okay? So you'll be able to radiate outward, looking really, really good. Queen of Swords, you won't be falling into things that have no promise. Otherwise, if you're in an environment that is somewhat hostile, I'm sensing with this Sun disposition and with that Knight of Swords, using your words, you're going to be able to basically melt the hearts of whoever you're around, because what we get here then, hopes and fears, is a Two of Cups. This is the beginning of something. It's not the promise of something, but it is the beginning of something. You could be with someone, you're very excited, you find out they're excited about you too. That's the kind of energy going on here with Two of Cups. Your outcome being the Princess of Cups in the reverse. Princess of Cups in the reverse, I want to draw a clarifier, because everything else looks like it's all systems a go. You got the Sun, you got the Hermit reverse, so you've got the aha moment that you can proceed. You got that Knight of Swords. You have that Two of Cups energy and that Queen of Swords. So why do we end on a cup that would be in the reverse? Because Princess of Cups upright, she'd be willing to go on that journey and begin. Reverse, though, what I'm hearing is maybe just like that Knight of Cups, it's like, yes, this sounds like a good idea, but I don't have a logical way to do it. It could be that you're starting over again with that Princess of Cups, and it's like, I still have this good idea, only now I'm not going to be so wishful and imaginative while I'm doing it. I'll be more solid, concrete, logical, and tangible so that I can achieve the results. Anyway, one card to sum up that Page of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords. So I'm going to stick to what I said. This guy, right? They're always like, swords have no emotions. No, he does. He has a lot of emotion. But the way that he can fulfill those logical emotions is kind of like the lawyer arguing for a client. Sure, cares if the client, gets off or doesn't. But in the courtroom, he's not going to be emotional about it. He's going to stick to the facts. He's going to stick to the questions. It's on a schedule, it's on a script, so that I can produce that outcome. So you got a Two of Cups in the making. What is the most logical way you can bring that into fruition? King of Swords. I'm going to just draw one to give you a hint on that. Six of Swords, earn success. So Six of Swords would talk about moving on. But think of that Princess of Cups in the reverse. Think of that Knight of Cups in reverse. They poured out all their water and it created a lake because it didn't work out. So now, how do you logically move across that lake of water that was poured out so that you can get to the other side where you want to go with that Two of Cups is waiting for you? So again, all this would talk about is using the mental plane to solve to foster a plan for emotional fulfillment. If you would like any more information about this particular topic, you can check into the archives I have in the comment below. Perhaps there is something in a past reading that could speak up and shed some light into some of the issues we are talking about here today, as tarot is a living and breathing thing. Otherwise, from my heart to yours, take care, stay healthy, and be well. And I'll see you next time, Taurus.